What's up, my friend? David Moss Jr. here, and I am standing in front of the brand new Sisu Edwin Barrel Sauna. This is a 6-person sauna and it packs a punch. We're gonna do a full review on this today and see if it's something you should consider or not. Let's jump right in. As the big brother to the Eddy Barrel Sauna, which is a 2-person barrel sauna, this thing is massive and there's tons of room inside, and we're gonna talk about all the specifications in a second. This sauna is currently listed at $94.95. Price is subject to change, and if you do want more information, I will have links down in the description below. But we're gonna talk about a lot of different things when it comes to this sauna and what separates the Sisu saunas from any of the other barrel saunas on the market. First things first, they're hand built right here in Amish country or Cleveland, Ohio, made from Western red cedar that's brought right in here from Idaho, hand selected and hand built in America, which I think is absolutely awesome. Now they are rated for indoors or outdoors, which is really cool. The two options that you can really choose from is having the indoor barrel sauna, which this one is equipped for indoors. As you see, there's no additional roofing, or you can pick the roof kit if you plan on having this outside, which is gonna give you a waterproofing barrier on the roof, preventing water, rain, snow, the elements from penetrating and making its way into your sauna. What that's gonna do is extend the life of your sauna regardless what sauna it is that you have. But another thing about the cedar that they choose is this is quality cedar. This is quality wood. I've reviewed a lot of different saunas, but I have to say it's hard for you to experience what I'm experiencing by actually touching and feeling this, but you can feel the difference on this wood. It feels as if every piece of this sauna has been hand sanded down. It's soft to touch, it smells amazing, and the quality seems like it's gonna withstand the test of time and the elements and give you many, many years of exceptional sauna experiences. A few things to consider when you're looking at different saunas is a barrel sauna is round, and what that means is that you're gonna have a lot less space to heat up. Using the 6 kilowatt Hume drop heater, you're capable of reaching temperatures of 230 degrees. But using this little dial right here, you can actually dial it back to any temperature between 104 degrees Fahrenheit and 230 degrees Fahrenheit. The cool thing about this is you can also link this up to your phone and control the entire sauna from your phone anytime you want. You can schedule your sauna sessions, you can even adjust the temperature or just turn it on for your spouse or your family when you're away from your house. And you can do all that right from your phone. When it comes to assembling any barrel sauna, there's a few steps that you're gonna wanna consider. One, you're gonna need a licensed electrician to actually hook up the electricity for your sauna. You're gonna need a 220 volt, 30 amp hookup specifically for your sauna. When it comes to assembling it, there's gonna be 3 cradles on the Edwin sauna, and what that's gonna do is support your sauna, lift it up off the ground, keeping it off of the elements, away from the water, and keeping the entire sauna secure. Sisu goes a step above, and they actually include guides that are gonna make sure that your middle slave, the most important piece to this entire sauna, is perfectly square and level on all sides before you start wrapping the rest of the barrel up. Now, another thing to point out is they do use stainless steel wraps, which are going to help keep your barrel nice and tight. A quick point that a lot of people don't realize is because it is wood, when you have it inside or outside, wood is gonna expand and contract a little bit. Be mindful and realize that if your wood is starting to contract a little bit and you start to see some gaps, you need to take your tool over here and tighten down your band. You're gonna wanna do that the first couple months of owning any sauna, but I wanted to point that out because a lot of time on review videos, you hear a lot about the product and the price and the specs and the things you can learn online, but you don't really learn a lot about the actual maintenance and ownership experience. I've owned and maintained many saunas in my lifetime. I'm a huge fan of sauna therapy. Me and my family, including my kids and my grandparents, still use sauna today, and I highly encourage everybody on the planet use sauna. But they are an expensive investment, and I think it's super important for anybody considering buying a sauna, understand what it's gonna take to keep your sauna lasting a long time. So as we're talking about lasting a long time, the crazy thing is a lot of people talk about the importance of sealing your sauna, actually staining your sauna, because it's gonna enhance the lifetime of your wood. If you're using quality cedar like this, you actually don't need to waterproof it or seal it. The wood's gonna change color a little bit with the sun and with the elements, but you're really not gonna have any additional issues that are gonna happen with the wood itself because this is quality wood. If you're not new to my channel, you know I love to take measurements. I love to actually see the true measurements of these products. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about that. As far as the width goes, from end to end, we're looking at just at 71 inches, so just under 6 feet. From the floor to the roof, it's gonna be a little higher, and we're looking at 75 inches. Because remember, you do have cradles that are gonna lift your sauna up off the ground a little bit, keeping it away from the elements. And as far as the length goes, 7 feet exactly. Now remember, on the back, you're gonna wanna have a little bit of room for your electrician to be able to put the box to connect the power. You're gonna wanna put it on the very back. The cool thing is, this is butted up really close to the wall. So if you wanna put it in a corner like this or put it against the wall, you can. You're just gonna need a tiny bit of room just to get back there. So enough about the outside, let's go to the real fun part, and that's the inside. Nice. So much room in here. So the inside has a ton of room, and since I have my tape measure, I'm gonna go ahead and measure this. A couple things to note about the Sisu sauna is you do have the floor included, which is nice. What this does is makes the floor flat, so you don't have to worry about stepping into the curve of a barrel. Now from the floor to the roof, you have 66 inches, just under 66 inches, which is a lot of room. Now the width is right around 67 inches, which gives you a lot of room in here to really spread out. Now, once again, this is a 6-person sauna, but you can easily fit more than 6 people in here if you squish in. Another thing to note that I love is that the walls actually don't have anything really in your way that's uncomfortable. Some of the saunas I've been in have different pieces of wood or different things that are on the wall themselves, such as the information display, the touch panel, light switches, etc. But what this means is you can actually get really comfortable leaning up into the wall, spreading your legs out with plenty of room for other people to sit in your sauna with you if you want to keep your legs up off the ground. And quick note on that, a lot of people don't realize the reason that you want to have your heater lower to the ground is because heat rises. And typically the heat's going to rise up and it's going to be much hotter up here. That's why your thermometer is going to be at head level inside a sauna, so that you can read what the temperature is at head level. Now obviously if your feet are down lower, your feet aren't in the heat. So a couple of cool things you can do to really optimize owning your sauna is actually do just this. Put your feet up on the bench, it's gonna lift them up off the ground. Or if your head's starting to get a little hot and you like to do down regulation, which is great for circulation, you can actually lay down on the bench and put your feet up on the wall. Tons of options. And the cool thing about the cedar wood in here is even when it's 230 degrees, the cedar doesn't get too hot to touch. So it's still a really comfortable experience. Now you're noticing some lighting in here. Sisu doesn't offer this lighting, but a lot of people do end up taking this really beautiful LED rope lighting and equipping the bottom of their sauna because once again, it doesn't get too hot below the bench. A lot of people also will bring their water bottles or their phone in and actually leave it down on the ground because it doesn't get too hot down there. There's also an air vent directly underneath the heater, and that's gonna allow fresh air to actually come in and help to circulate fresh air in your sauna, making for great circulation, but also giving you fresh air to breathe while you're in your sauna. Now, if you do get too hot and you want to regulate the temperature, one really cool note that a lot of people don't realize how simple this is literally just open your door for a few seconds. Let some fresh air in, let some of that hot stale air out, and then close it. I do love Sisu's doors. The magnets in these doors and the hinges on these doors are one of the best setups that I've ever seen. The door fits very flush, there's a beautiful piece of glass, and it makes for a really comfortable experience, but also it keeps a lot of that hot air in and keeps a lot of the elements out. Now I was mentioning the bench, and let's go ahead and measure this. Sisu does have wider benches than most traditional saunas. They also use thicker wood than most of the barrel saunas that I've ever been in. You have 6 feet 5 inches inside here. And as far as width goes, these benches are 18 inches wide, which makes it really easy to lay down in the sauna and really get really comfortable if it's just you and one other person. And just for reference, this is a 1.5 inch piece of cedar on the bench, which is super thick, meaning these saunas were built for everybody, no matter how big or small you are. Now I want to move back here and kind of talk about a few of the things on the back side of the sauna. Once again, a vertical wall with nothing getting in your way, so you can lean right up against this wall and get really comfortable. The heater's over here, and it is the Hume Drop heater. It's a 6 kilowatt heater. It's gonna heat this barrel sauna up to 230 degrees, and like I mentioned, you have full capabilities of adjusting that down by 1 degree all the way down to 104 degrees. The thermometer is right up here at head height, so it's gonna give you a reading at where your head is gonna be. And then the backside of the sauna does have a really nice window, so if you do decide to put this outside and you have a really great view, you have a nice window that looks right out the back, but you also have a really big window right out the front, so you can see the views and let natural light in. One thing to note, that if you do decide to keep this outside, I highly recommend you get the roof kit. What that's gonna do, like I've mentioned before, is it's gonna create a blanket on the top of your sauna, and it looks really nice too because it actually uses cedar lapping, so you don't have like a tarp or shingles or anything like that. It looks like it's meant to be there, and it's part of the wooden sauna. So at this point, I feel like I've gone over a lot of the specifications and the price of the Sisu Edwin sauna. Once again, this is the big brother to the Eddy sauna. If you have a smaller space, Sisu does offer this exact exact sauna in a smaller version called the Eddy, and I do have a video review on that as well that you might want to check out. But if you want to bring the party, have some fellowship, have your friends and your family be able to enjoy a larger sauna, giving you room to spread out and get really, really comfortable with high quality craftsmanship, I would definitely say that the Sisu Edwin sauna is a good one to consider. Now, if you do decide to purchase one, I will have a link down in the description below with discount code MAUS, that's MAUS, and it'll save you some money off of your sauna. But more importantly than that, if you have any questions regarding sauna, Sisu sauna, any questions, infrared versus traditional, all of those questions, pop them down in the comments below. I love to engage and get a little bit of a discussion going around these products. If you like this video, let me and YouTube know by hitting that like button. If you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you subscribe to this channel because there's a lot of great content around the health and wellness space. But more importantly, I appreciate you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day and God bless. But hey, before you go, make sure that you check out the Eddy review, which is going to be right here. Eddy is the smaller barrel sauna that Sisu offers, and it's a great value. So go ahead and check that out right here if you're considering a smaller sauna.